Hey, this is Rachel Cunningham, and you're listening to Joyful Love, episode 93. If you're ready to bring joy and connection back to your marriage, stick around. Each week, I give you the tools to up-level your thinking, open your heart, and bring joy and fun back to your relationship. Because it's not enough just to stay married. We want to love being married. Today, we're going to talk about being your own best friend. This is important because everything in your life will be influenced by how well you treat yourself or by how awful you treat yourself. So I want us to really embrace being our own best friend in this life, because the truth is there is nobody who will know how to care for you, to give you the needs that you want, to meet your needs, to meet your desires, to take care of your body, to take care of your feelings. Nobody in this world knows how to do all of that as good as you do. And the truth is, we know what we need. We know what we want. We know the simple answers that will help us to really honor and respect ourselves. Not just our bodies, right, with healthy self-care, but our spirits and our souls as well, and the time that we need to really get in touch with ourselves and to understand us and to know ourselves better. We know that takes a little bit of time, and it takes some thought, and it takes giving ourselves permission to become the person that we are inside. To live fully into that person instead of stuffing her under the guise of caring for everyone else, right? So let's just think about, how would you treat your best friend when they call you and they say, I'm having a hard time? Do you criticize them and say, well, you should be doing better. You should have figured this out by now. You shouldn't be so selfish. You shouldn't be so angry or lazy even, right? No, of course you wouldn't treat your best friend that way. You would meet her with compassion wherever she's at. You would meet her with gentleness and kindness and understanding and empathy. You would say, hey girl, I got you. I know this is a hard time, but you're going to get there. You're going to figure this out. You would be encouraging. You would be hopeful with her. Can you start treating yourself that way too? As soon as your inner critic wants to step up and say, oh, I'm so awful, or I'm such an idiot, or I've heard some of my clients say, I'm so stupid. And I'm just like, please do not talk to yourself like that. Please treat yourself with more respect than that, right? So start watching your inner dialogue. What is your inner critic constantly telling you to think that's shaming yourself, that's criticizing yourself? Can you tell that inner critic, hey, step back and let your higher brain and your heart take over and say, hey, I'm going to be my own best friend right now. I'm going to offer some hope here. I'm going to tell myself I've got this, that it's okay, that I'm still figuring it out, that I'll get there, that maybe nothing even needs to change. Maybe this is an area where I just simply need to learn to accept this beautiful part of me, even if it's different than what I've been told it should be, right? Sometimes we criticize ourselves for things that aren't even negative. They're just different. And we tear ourselves down because we don't live up to the standards of someone else, of a parent or a partner or other people in our lives that have told us, oh, we should be different. Where can you embrace yourself and accept yourself just as you would a best friend? So your inner talk is one thing to really pay attention to and to really genuinely say, how can I love you? So watch that inner talk. And then the next thing is time. If you want to nurture a friendship, if you want to genuinely be there for your best friend, you're going to figure out how to spend time with her. Now, everybody is different on this. Some best friends only get together once every 3 months. Some best friends talk every single day. That's different for each person. And each person is also going to have their own individual time needs. I used to be able to work out for 15 to 20 minutes a day, and that was plenty for my body. Now that I'm going through some different things in my body with stretching and strengthening and all the things throughout my day, like if I really look at what I have to do for my body right now, it's about an hour and a half throughout the day of strengthening and stretching and icing my body and things like that. So it's like it's at different periods of my life, I was able to put in different amounts of time. This is unique to each and every person. So ask yourself, how much time do I need to give myself? How much time do I need to give myself just to be alone? Just to maybe journal, just to be alone with my thoughts and process my thoughts? That's going to be different for everyone. How much time do I need to spend on really genuinely caring for my body? Is it 20 minutes? Can I give myself that consistently? Or am I ignoring something major in my body and I need to give it more time than that? If your best friend said, hey, I need more time with you, is there any way we can make that happen? You would say, yes, let me make that happen. So ask yourself, hey, best friend, because you are your own best friend. Hey, best friend, how much time do you need? How can I start moving towards that and inching towards that time that you need? Another way to be your own best friend is just in thinking about yourself. This can sound selfish. It's like, we're taught, stop thinking about yourself. Don't think about yourself so much. But think about those moments when you've received a text from a friend that says, hey, I'm just thinking about you and I love you. How are you doing? How are you really doing? Is there anything you need? Right? Just those simple texts can feel so loving and exhilarating even because somebody cares enough to check in on you. So I want to offer that you can do the same for yourself. You can pause to ask yourself on a weekly basis or daily basis. Again, whatever you need, pause to ask yourself, hey, let's check in. Let's check in with us. How am I doing? How are we doing in our self-care? How are we doing in our day-to-day life? How are we doing in our relationships? Is there anything that's missing that we need to ramp up and focus a little bit more on? I'm thinking about you, right? And this is a great thing to journal about. It's a great journal prompt even to write a letter to yourself and say, I'm thinking about you. What do you need? And then just let the page flow. Let the thoughts flow. And then decide on purpose to answer those needs. To say, oh, okay, I see that you are not getting enough sleep. How can we help that? I see that your relationship is struggling and that you're not having very much joy in your relationship. You're not having very much fun in your relationship. You're not having intimacy. And you're wanting that. You're craving that. How can we fix that? How can we start to move towards the relationship that you want? Right? Just checking in and a regular evaluation of your overall life, whether it's your health, your career, your parenting, your relationship, a regular check-in to say, hey girl, I'm thinking of you. What do you need? How can I help you this week? That is such a powerful way to be your own best friend. And then the last thing I want to talk about is self-expression. This is that deep desire within us that has nothing to do with our animal brain that's always wanting to keep us safe and protect us. It has everything to do with your soul's desire to simply express itself through creativity, through enjoying creation, through going on hikes, through petting an animal, through playing music, through painting. It could be different for everyone, right? But how do you want to express yourself just for the fun of it? Are you being your own best friend and allowing yourself to do that? Are you expressing yourself in ways that you want to. This could also be in just like your fashion, right? A lot of us just we want to dress in a different way, but we just take the easy way out and we wear yoga pants all the time. That is me, right? But there are times when I'm like, wait, no, like I want to express myself through fashion and through these big chunky earrings and different things like that. So like I try to pay attention to those times when my soul is like, hey, let's have some creative fun here. And I listen to it. At least I try to, right? This is a practice for everyone. It's a practice for me too. And I encourage you to practice that too. Where does your soul need to express itself through creativity? Why not embrace that? Why not embrace it fully? And I promise you, whenever you can do this on a regular basis and genuinely be your own best friend, giving yourself the time that you need, giving yourself the permission to think about yourself and what you need and what you want and what you're missing in life, and evaluate how things are going, and then step into your power and say, okay, how can we give myself what I need, what I want? And then giving yourself permission to be your full self, just like you would with a best friend, right? I have a best friend who she loves wearing makeup and she loves matching her eyeshadow to her clothes, and she's absolutely beautiful and amazing. And the way she expresses herself is totally different than I do. But I love that about her. And I am so proud of her for stepping into that desire of self-expression in the bold, beautiful ways that she does. And so whatever your expression is, whatever your soul is craving to do, to be creative and to enjoy life just for the fun of it, step into that and give yourself permission to do so. Okay, that's what I have for you guys this week. I will see you all next week, and make sure that if you are enjoying this podcast, if you're getting something out of it every week, I encourage you to share it, and also go leave a review on iTunes or Spotify. Those reviews really help other people to know what they're going to get and to know if they should listen to this podcast or not. The other thing I want to encourage you to do is, if you need help on applying these skills to your everyday life, if you feel like you are just kind of stuck on a regular basis, you're like, okay, these skills sound amazing. I know I need to step into this, but you're feeling stuck and you want to create a life that is full of joy and peace and fun, and you want to create a relationship that embraces a growth mentality. If you want to create a relationship that has better teamwork and more intimacy, I encourage you to book a one-on-one consultation with me. On that call, we're going to dive deep into your relationship and your life. And I'm going to help you understand how to get from where you are now to where you want to be. So many people have said that first call made a huge shift for them in their relationship. So I encourage you, book that one-on-one call with me. The first one is absolutely free. You can book that at rachelcunningham.com/work with me. That's Rachel, spelled with an AEL, Cunningham.com/work with me. I can't wait to see you on that call. All right, I'll see you all next week. Thanks for listening to Joyful Love. If you'd like to know more about my work, come visit me at rachelcunningham.com. That's Rachel, spelled with an AEL, Cunningham.com.